today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last. The calendar is... We're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Here's Richie James on the return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 64 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Jones throw complete there to Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. The Dolphins ready to go to work on offense, led by their second-year quarterback out of Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
To absolutely no one's surprise, the Dolphins did invest a high first-round pick, number 5 overall, to draft Tua in 2020. I think that most people would say that his rookie year had plenty of positives, but it was sprinkled with a few negatives as well. Remember, he controversially took over for Ryan Fitzpatrick during the open week prior to Week 8. Miami did go 6-3 in his starts from that time, but he had to get rescued a few times in games by Fitzmagic, and in his own words, he called his rookie year below average. I don't think the franchise believes that, but they're looking forward to seeing him improve.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A gain of 6 there on first.
And he decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Throwing Jones. They'll get this to the rookie from Florida. That's Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and the rest of the ball game.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, and this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We're scoreless after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones, and brought in by the tight end Cook. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
So now here come the Dolphins. in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Azeez Ojulari picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua, they'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. I know they'll have halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now left side on the swing pass. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with touchdown. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, I could say he's looked pretty good to this point. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Azeez Ojulari getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, What's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. On second down, here's Barkley. Gets past one man. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll kick things off in the AFC West as we check on Kansas City hosting Denver. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass. Finally, we're off to Atlanta check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the 27, Tua on the screen. This is Edmonds. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Tua going to throw. Rolling to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. O'Shane Ximines gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
He'll get this one to Galladay. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on second down. Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
On second down now, Barkley. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And down inside the 15 he goes. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Barkley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run with Gaskin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hand.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That's the rookie first-rounder, Jalen Phillips, who works in to bring him down. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That's complete to Tony.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Off the option, here's Gaskin.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua
Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Alex Singleton
Able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now out come the Giants. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Jones now. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man Johnson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Tua going to try, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Jones' throw taken in by Cook.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And complete right side to Cook. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by Tony.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Throwing Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll bring up a second down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now Jones. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get.